Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to the Bazaar. If you haven't seen this one yet, it has been making its rounds on YouTube like crazy the past couple weeks. This is a new inventory battler, which is kind of what I'm just going to call these things rather than inventory management auto battler, because that's a mouthful. From Tempo, formerly known as Tempo Storm, or is the brainchild of Reynad, who you may or may not know. He's an ex-pro Hearthstone player. I remember back when he announced this game. I don't remember like exactly what stream it was on, but I remember when he announced it. I remember seeing some streams of him actually like creating cards on like blank white pieces of paper, talking about the game. So it's really cool to finally be able to play this. Right now the game is in closed beta. However, you can get access to it by buying one of the founder packs. They start at 33 bucks and then go up to 100 from there, and you get a bunch of extra stuff. But the game will be available in open beta starting sometime next month. Right now it's available on PC and Mac and will later be available on iOS and Android. So let's just go ahead and jump in, because this one's sweet. I've been super addicted, playing it a bunch over the past week, and it's just a really fun one. If you guys do like the content, would you kindly smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more roguelite action. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in. So there's currently 3 characters that we can play. We have Vanessa, we have Pygmalion, and we have Dooley. We're going to start out with Vanessa. She's kind of the first one that you get. The other 2, you do have to buy them with crystals. However, once you buy into the closed beta, you do get enough crystals that you buy these with the crystals they give you. So we're going to play the Vanessa. She is, like I said, she's a starter character, but she's also kind of... I wouldn't say she might be the easiest to play. That being said, all the characters have their own challenges, their own points of difficulty, and the game is not necessarily, I wouldn't say the game is easy by any means. So it is an inventory battler. So we're going to be playing against other players. If you've played any kind of like backpack battle style game, same thing. So you're playing against a basically ghost of a player who has played before you. And in this first video, we're going to talk about a lot of mechanics here, just in case you haven't seen the game before. So if you're somebody who already kind of knows the game, a lot of this is going to be kind of redundant information, and this is going to be really the only time I do this. Every other video will just kind of go straight forward into gameplay. So, looking at the UI here really quick, we have our health. All of our skills that we get are going to, which are just like passives, are going to go down here on these circles. We have our character logo, or our profile picture. We have experience. Every time we get 8 experience points, we're going to level up, get some max HP, and be able to pick 1 of 5 passives, or not passives, but rewards. We have a stash down here, which is where we can put our extra cards that we are not using at the current time. We have our economy, so we have how much gold we have right now and how much we get at the beginning of every day. And what is a day? Well, the game is separated into hours and days. Each one of these circles is an hour, and the top here, where it has a 1, is the day. Every time you hit a new day, you're going to have to fight a new player. Once you hit 6 o'clock on the time, you're going to have to fight an NPC. And the game progresses in terms of hours. Every time we do an action, it's going to progress us an hour. We have prestige down here. So if we ever lose against a player, we're going to lose prestige based on what day it is. And once we reach 0, we lose. In order to win, we need 10 victories. Easy enough. Let's get into it. So Vanessa's quarters, we hop right in, and right off the bat, we get to pick a free weapon or card, I guess, because really it's not just weapons. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. So let's look over these real quick and kind of look at what comes about in a card. Actually, is that the best one to look at? Well, any one of them are okay. So if we take a look at Katana here, we got a whole bunch of different stuff. We have obviously the art, we have the card, but your first thing you'll notice is that these are different sizes. So this blue playing mat is the spaces that we have available to us. We start with 4. Every time we level up at the beginning, we get +2. So we go to 6, 8, and then 10. Let's see. So each of these, so this is one space right here, pet rock, and these are both medium items. They take 2. There's also large items which take 3 spaces. If we take a look at this, the number up here is how much damage they do. We have the cooldown of the item. We have any information about what they do, how much we can sell them for. And then we have some different tags. So like this is a medium because it takes up 2 spaces. It is also a weapon. You'll have other tags like tools, friends, aquatic, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to take the katana here. Katanas are very good. They have a very short cooldown. This one, the Langjin, is kind of a trap. I've tried it a couple times. Doesn't really work. And pet rock isn't really something that I want to build around necessarily. So we'll start here with the katana. That doesn't mean that we have to stick around with it. We could very easily sell this off later, but for right now, it's our best option. Well, we have left eye. These are just kind of starter things we're going to get. We're going to get a starter item and starter passive. Leftmost item has plus 15 crit chance. Not too bad. Your rightmost poison item has plus 6 poison. Your burn items have plus 3 burn. I do like the fiery, but left eye is the best to take right now. So we'll just take that. Now, every time we progress an hour, we're going to have 3 different options. Typically, the way it works is these 2 options over here are going to be, I say typically because this one is not. Typically, it's going to be like 2 shops and then one that is basically comes at no cost to you. So that way, if you have 0 gold, you don't just have a wasted turn. We can either lose 1 income, so we'd go down to gaining 4 gold a day every time we hit a new day, but we immediately gain 8 gold. The lost crate. So abandoned crates, I believe, if I remember correctly, because I'm still learning kind of everything, there's 2 options, one of which is gain 2 gold and 1 extra experience. The other is get a random smaller medium item. Every time we progress an hour, we're going to get 1 experience regardless. I think I'm just going to come in here and try and buy some weapons here. Try and do some things. Oh, we have a couple really good options here. I am actually going to go right off the bat, take throwing knives and bullets. The switchblade is okay. It's a little slow. It does scale the katana, so whenever you use an adjacent weapon, give it plus 2 damage for the fight. And because this is so fast, we could potentially take this. However, I do like bolus. It does a lot of damage fairly quickly. Also has a slow attached to it. Now, one thing we haven't talked about is ammo. So some items, you'll see the orange little circles down at the bottom. You'll also see the ammo symbol over here, which are the same thing. This is how many times the item can be used before it can no longer fire. Ammo will refill after every fight, which you can see down here. There are some descriptions for any keywords, which is always super nice to have. There are different ways that you can go about reloading weapons, although you're going to need some additional items for that. So I'm going to grab this. I'm also going to grab the throwing knives. Another pretty short cooldown weapon. Whenever you crit with another item, use this. So we can potentially use all 3 of these throwing weapons before it kind of recharges after 9 seconds. But that just adds a little bit to our burst. And I'm not going to reroll here. You can reroll the shot, but I'd only have 1 gold left, and I probably wouldn't be able to buy anything. So let's move on. Now we're on our 3rd hour of the day, so now we get to fight an NPC. Now all these NPCs right now have equivalent rewards. Once we move forward, they're going to kind of scale like lowest, medium, highest. Now, if you're wondering why you'd pick certain enemies over others, there is a website that you can use that I will link down below. It's howbazaar.gg. That has basically it's basically like your wiki for this game. You can look up any monsters, items, skills, anything like that. You can also look up, well, these, which are monsters. We are going to go with I think it's the Haunted Kimono I want to go with. I'm still kind of trying to, oh, no, this one's shield. I should have gone with the bee, I think. So they all have different items, they all have different skill sets, so your inventory might be better suited to take on certain monsters rather than others. But the thing is, you may also want something that they have. After you defeat a monster, you're going to get either one of their skills or one of their items in their inventory. Now for us, so we're going to get the Silk. Whenever you sell another non-weapon item, this gains shield +5. That's really not kind of where we're going for right now. But it is just something that we can sell in the future. Let's see, we can get a small shield item. You find a strange mushroom or sells non-weapon items. I think here I'm just going to go for the strange mushroom. And here we can either get some XP, get gold, or get a random skill. Random skill is usually not very good. It's either one of these. I think, so even if I get the XP here, I'm going to go to 2 left. And it's unlikely that I get a level up before going and doing our first player fight. So I'm just going to take the extra gold here. Get a haste item, chocolate bars, or ammo item. So chocolate bars, every time you go in here, you can choose. There's 3 different options of 5 chocolate bars. Chocolate bars, there's 3 different rarities. Or I guess there's technically 4. I don't know if there's diamond chocolate bars. There are 4 different tiers of items. So this is silver. There's also bronze, which you can see here. There's gold and diamond. Chocolate bars at their base give you 10 max HP. Silver gives you 20, gold gives you 30, and I don't recall, there's got to be diamond, but I don't recall seeing those. I'm going to come up here to Colt, see if he can give us some sweet ammo items. We actually have a couple, actually we have a lot of really good ones here. So the question is, do we have any reason to pivot into something this early on? So right now, what I'm probably going to do, let me think about this. Because we could take, so cannon and pop snappers is pretty cool. So burn, you can see right here, damage players twice a second. Every time burn deals damage, it decreases by 1. So we could stack up a bunch of burn, which would help kill enemies. Grenade is just like a really strong single target hit. What I'm worried about is like, well, I think I'm just gonna go cannon over this. See, now I kind of wish I took the burn passive. Because crap. Am I just taking the cannon? Because I think we could do some good work with a katana. I'm just going to reroll these. Okay, so we have some good options here. I'm going to take the double barrel. I'm not necessarily going to use it right now. And I'm also going to upgrade the bolas. So anytime you buy an item of the same rarity, it's going to upgrade it, which is going to give us some great damage. So the reason I'm not going to use the shotgun right now is just in case I can't completely finish off the enemy with all the shots, I do want to have the katana still attacking. And it looks like here we should be able to beat our opponent. So he is using the rope, or the dock lines, which slows enemy attacks. So, like, if we had... You can see here, if we were using the double barrel here, we would be stuck in a situation where I have no more damage, and he just kills me with a katana because his is unlimited ammo. Now, his has more damage, clearly, but because we had that unlimited, not even unlimited ammo, just an unlimited attacking weapon, we could get the kill there. So, let's see, we could buy silver tier items, which I think I'm okay with doing. Let's go see what we can find. Wow. So submarine is sweet. That is something that I'm okay. Man, I would have to sell off a bunch of stuff though. Okay, I'm okay with doing that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to sell, I know we were going to build around this, but we're selling the katanas in order to afford it. We're selling the silk. These are coming out of here. And we're buying the sub. The sub, we gain shield equal to this item's damage, and it does 30 damage. So not only is this an offensive item, it's a defensive item. We also, because we have it in the leftmost spot, has 50% crit chance. Pretty much everything in the game can gain crit. So whether it's poison, burn, shield, heals, damage, everything can crit for double damage. So we have two options, two different choices. Opportunities. That's the word I'm going for. Opportunities to crit and get bonuses here. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pop in the bolas here since that's our best single target item and also is slowing enemies. All right, so that's kind of one of the build arounds that there's a lot of different things in this game that you can build around. And really you want to start looking for items early on that you can kind of build around. So you get an ammo item, get a friend. Extra damage, an extra crit, which is really good since it would also scale our shield. And we are going to do just that. We also get some additional crit chance. Nice pickup. Get a random item. We could go to max health, but we're going to have to pay for that, and we have no money. Or sell small and medium items. Well, we have no money. So let's go. Actually, does this cost? Oh god, I'm having a brain fart. Does this cost? It doesn't cost. Okay, great. So we can either get max HP and regen. Well, we're just going to grab this. Get max HP and your shield items get 10 shield. Now, we're not necessarily locked into this, but I do want to build around it for the time being. Now here, I don't think I can beat either of these. Now, if you wanted to, you know, at this point, you could pull up How Bazaar GG, take a look at them, see which ones you think you could beat. You know, take a look at what items they have, what you want to get. Why didn't I put more weapons in my inventory? Because I'm a dingus. That's why we'll do that after this fight. I don't think this one's going to be an issue, though. I think we're going to be okay clearing this one out regardless. Though we could have done it a bit faster had we played properly. But that's what happens when you speak and play, is that some of my mental capacity has been taken over by my evil mouth. All right, shield 15 for each aquatic item you have. Well, this is an aquatic item. That being said, are we crazy about having this? We might as well for a little bit of survivability. And then is that? No, that's just one. We can do that if we wanted to. That's not even close to good enough. We could also just do this just for some extra damage, or we could do something like this. I'm going to go like that because this is 50 damage, and we like 50 damage. We can go for ammo items, which I don't think we're really doing the ammo thing. Get a small aquatic item. That might actually be not bad. It's small, though. I think a lot of the good aquatic items I would necessarily want are medium. So I think I'm just going to go for chocolate bars. And we're just going to get bronze chocolate bars just to get some max HP. Now, we could get more. We could go for boost your stats with tasty treats. Which I might actually do, because that would be pretty good here. So what options do we have? We have get 5 small treats. We have adjacent shield items permanently get 1 extra shield. Adjacent weapons permanently gain +1 damage. Or get crit chance. I think I want to have crit chance. So I'm going to take this out. We got to sell 1 item. So I'm going to sell the seashell. Let's go ahead and pop this over. Pop this in here. So now every time that this goes off and it has 10 ammunition, it's going to give both of these extra crit chance.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
All right, what you got, White Chunk? White Chonk? All right, so he's just going to be getting a bunch of shield here, and of course he's going to be dealing more damage based on his shield, but if we can knock that shield off before his spiky shield goes off, well, that just means he does no damage to us. We can continue stacking up our shield while his damage starts falling off, and then if we can take the lead. However, he's gaining more shield than we can deal damage right now, so hopefully I think we're going to end up losing this one, depending on how fast the sand comes in, but I think he's just doing too much damage. It's really going to come down to, can we get some additional crits off, I think. It is, let's see, it's 4, well, it's gonna come pretty close. Actually, right, because the sand is going to knock off his shield, he's going to start doing a lot less damage, and then our shield is going to take over and let us win. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have enough time. Our syrup only has 2 uses left, which kind of sucks because I would obviously like to put something else in here for the next fight. Let's see, we can get a small weapon, some more chocolate bars, or non-weapon item. I think I'm actually going to go for the non-weapon item. I'm looking for things that can potentially buff the submarine. None of these are really what I'm looking for. That being said, if I re-roll, I could still get up to 6. If I need to. Let's take a look here. This would give us a bunch more shield. But really I need to be scaling my damage. Because if I scale damage, then I'm scaling shield. This would give us more crit chance. It's also another aquatic item. Okay, we'll take that for now. I'm going to use the last 2 here, especially since we're going to be going against an NPC. Lose 10%. Ooh, okay, that's really good. Gain XP. Your leftmost damage does more. Your aquatic items have their cooldowns reduced. So, I do like this, but I also like having our cooldowns reduced. The question is which one of these is better. There's not... I think I'm just going to go with reduced cooldowns. That brings us down to 2.9 seconds. Let's see, we can still burn. I don't really care. I don't really care for any of these, really. I guess we'll just get some regen. Now, who do we want to go against here? I think we might be able to take this guy down. Okay, let me pause here, take a look at all the bosses, and see which one I want to go up against. Okay, I think we're going to try and go for the Scout Trooper. We're going to slide this all the way over here. And let's get our... Actually, we could do something like this. 75 damage, this is 100 damage, but this might be a little bit faster. I think I'm going to do that because then we can potentially get more crit here. Now, the reason I want to go here is because we could potentially get the Eagle Talisman, which would be able to give us 5% more crit on our submarine. We could also get, like, another Bolas, or, I guess that's really it. Weak point detector really doesn't matter for us. But if we win, we also get some extra gold, and we get some extra XP. But this guy is going to be doing a lot of damage to us. So hopefully we can get some crits here, but it's going to be close. This guy does do a lot of damage. Well, there's one crit. Okay, can we hold out? Can we hold out? I think it's going to be pretty close for us. We need some shield crits, and we're not getting those. Okay, can we get one more hit in? No, I think we're going to... Yeah, we got hit by this at the last second. 17 damage. Very close, but ultimately, I mean, a lot of our... If we had one more charge here, we would have gotten it. Okay, so we can finally get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. We can get this in here. Let's see. Gain extra health or small and medium. Let's go for small, medium. Okay, nothing here. We'll re-roll. And nothing particularly here that I want. Yeah, we'll continue on. Poison skills, get a small burn item, sells medium items. We're getting pretty low on gold here, but we'll take a look at some medium items, see if we can find anything. So we could upgrade the double barrel, which is a lot of damage. Slows an item for 1 second. Which doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't interact with anything we have. We could go with the fishing net, which could just be an economy item, so that way we keep getting piranhas that we can sell. But I think I'm just going to take the double barrel for now, just for a lot more damage. Okay. See if we can't get that third win here. The problem is most of our damage... Okay, so this is going to be, can we win quickly? This guy's doing a lot of poison damage. But we do have a lot of damage right off the bat. Now, obviously, the big downside here is that poison does not really care... Yeah, we're not going to win that one. Poison does not care about our shields at all. It just completely ignores it. So that was kind of unfortunate, but it happens. Okay, what do we want here? We can get some spare change. I think I'm going to grab the spare change. I need some extra gold. So we could sell off the spare change for a gold apiece. Large items. I do want... Let's see. I don't know. Let me see. Let me take a look up here real quick. Can I get... I think it's called Ghost Ship? No, what is it called? Let's just look up ship. Is it flagship? No, model ship. Shipwreck. That's what it is. Can I... I don't think I can get that here. Well, if that's the case... I think I still want to go for large items, though. Well, we kind of have an interesting port build. Although, I don't really have enough to buy it, though. I mean, we don't in the fact that it doesn't really work with submarine. It works with everything else we have. We could go with Cove. Which would just give us a lot of shield. Don't really have a lot of damage in that case, then, though. So we would really lose to, like, poison builds. Port's really good, though. Port's really good, though. Are we going to lose out on this, though? We might have to for now.
Must be a hole in my coin purse.
Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's grab the port. Okay, for now we're going to do this until we're going to kind of keep working on the submarine slowly. But right now we have so much more because this is going to reload all our items, so we get to just continually use these. But we also are going to get a small ammo item from any hero at the start of each day, so that also kind of works as an economy pickup. And here we're going to go for the Blood Reef Raider.
The Blood Reef brooks no weakness.
Getting a Crow's Nest here would be super nice. What else do we want? Shield Potion would be pretty good. Honestly, like, the Revolver would be kind of nice too, but I don't know. Are we going to be... Oh, yeah, we're going to win this one. There we go.
Laughing at me.
Crow's Nest would definitely put me back. Or we get the skill. Your leftmost ammo item has +2 max ammo. That really doesn't matter kind of at all. Actually, it does. We were in a situation there where our double barrel was out of ammo. It was a little bit too slow behind the port. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not what I was hoping for. Let's see. Aquatic item I might actually go for. Vehicle cooldowns are reduced. Well, this is a vehicle, so we could go for that. It's kind of like, which direction do we really want to go? Like, aquatic could be pretty good. I think I'm just going to get the cooldown. I'm still kind of hoping that we can make this work. Okay, so we need some more coins, so we're going to go to the docks. And in the docks, we can either get a shield item, we can get a tool, or we can get a weapon. I think, for right now, let's go for... See, this is where knowing everything you can get would be very beneficial. Because I don't... Ooh, we have Shark Claws. Shark Claws are great. Your weapons gain 6 damage for the fight. Perfect. Let's go ahead and slot that right in there. And we currently have your leftmost item has crit chance, so we want to have double barrel over there, having the most crit chance. Sells ammo skills. Gain 2 income. Ooh. As much as I want the ammo skills, I'm kind of worried that I won't be able to buy anything, so I do kind of want to get the income. Well, no. We could buy bronze or silver. That's 3 or 6. Okay, let's go for it. Well, we have one option there. Your items have max ammo. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Okay, I should have gone with the income.
We're out to dethrone a king,
That's why we play the
not
game
to
over and over, so that way we learn what options we can get, what options we can't. So, for example, I think he was highlighting gold because it was implying that, like, the majority of things, or you were highly likely to get gold items from that. Alright, so this one's going to be quite difficult here. He's going to be continually gaining max health. He's going to be continually triple casting heals, gaining a bunch of shield. He's kind of like, you know, big counter dust. He just gains a ton of health. As you see, his health is going up and down like crazy. Why is his health doing that?
You fall like a boulder. I flow like
Huh,
a wave.
interesting. One thing that I feel like this game is missing is some kind of, like, review feature. Because as soon as the game ends, you can no longer see what your opponent was doing. I wish there was, like, you know, just something you can go back and watch. Not even watch the game, but just look at what your opponent plays. Because, like, you know, I didn't have enough time there, once I realized what was going on, to look at everything and figure out how everything was interacting. So if you sell large item, we could get... So there's different timings as to when you can get different rarity items. So I'm not exactly sure if it's beneficial for us to look here right now for like an update, for an upgrade to the port. We could also get that shipwreck that I wanted for the sub. We'd also get Crow's Nest, which would be good for the sub. When did we get this? I completely missed the fact that we have that. That's actually a decent one to have right now, actually. Let's get the spare change. Next fight, we get a bunch of shields, get gumballs, sells aquatic items. Let's go for the aquatic items.
That means it's treasure.
Harpoon can kind of be good if we put it with sub. Like, just go for the... You just want one weapon and you can take down a bunch of the small items that enemies have. Honestly, it's actually just pretty good with what we have here. I think I'm actually going to take it. We could go a little bit more of like a controlling route. This, I don't know how... if it's going to scale that fast for us. So we could do something like this. And just start taking out opponents' smaller items. The question is, like, is it worth it for us, though? Because we're kind of going for a more bursty build. And just trying to get them dead. So, like, is it better to use Shark Claws? But you could also argue that we already have a ton of damage. I don't think that this is necessarily making it going faster, right? Because every 4 seconds you get an additional 6 damage on everything. Well, this is already doing 70 damage every 40 seconds. So what's an additional 6? I think it's probably more beneficial that we destroy smaller items. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Here, I think we're going to go for the Rocket Trooper. So what do we have here? 150 damage. When it gains haste, it also gets 10% crit chance. Haste adjacent items, and of course it's getting a bunch of shield. And this is hasting, which is giving it more damage. Well, 583. I feel like that's the amount of health that we started with. No? Pretty close.
Maybe a skirmish.
When you sell this, give your leftmost haste item plus 2 haste. Oh, okay. Well, we don't have any... We have charge, but we don't have haste items.
Place to store the rest of
That being said, that is pretty good with the sub. Oh, man. I'm still kind of like in the middle of 2 different builds. I don't think I'm going to go with the vehicle cooldown. I think I'm just going to get an aquatic item. We have Cove. Okay, whenever you sell an item, it gets a value, and then that gives you shield. I don't know that either direction is really where I want to go with Cove. Burn is definitely not where we're going. Small items is fine. Could also go to the docks and get some more coins, try and get some bigger ticket items. Let's get a little bit more money. Let's go for a tool this time. Start of each day, get 3 spare change. Pretty good for our economy. Now I got to decide what to get. I think I'm getting rid of this. Now the problem here is I have so much stuff in my inventory. I really have to decide what direction I'm going here. Because this is going to give me spare change. The thing is, like, I could feed this into Cove. I think we're just playing a port build. I think we're just going to be doing that. I think we're just too far into it. And we have too much good stuff going on. So I think we're going to have to abandon the submarine. Give it a try another time. Okay. Let's get rid of this. We're going to hold on to this. There's no reason to get rid of it. I'm still going to hold on to this. We at least made 3 spaces so I can get more spare change. Let's go ahead and take a look at weapons, see what we can find.
But I can help you finish a fight.
Well, there's a shovel, and shovel's really good. So I think at this point, I am just going to ditch the submarine. The reason that the shovel is good is just because it's another economy item. At the start of every day, it's going to give us a small item. So we're going to get a bunch of items from it. We can potentially get something pretty good. We're going to reroll here, see if we can't find an upgrade. And we find an upgrade for the throwing knives, which takes us from 15 damage to 45 damage. So it just triples the damage of this, which is really great. And we have another Vanessa fight. Let's get her going, see if we can't get the kill here. A lot of Vanessas do like to use smaller items, so maybe our harpoon. What is a harpoon? I don't know a lot of the names here. Okay, well, this is not what we want to go against. This is like a really bad matchup. So they kind of have what I wanted to do, right? So we have a submarine here, which is giving a bunch of shield, but it's also getting a bunch of lifesteal because it's the only weapon they have from Crow's Nest. They also have Captain's Wheel, which is giving it haste. Like, they have what I wanted. And this was like probably like the worst. That's an awful matchup, just like so much healing. Okay, so that being said, let's just go ahead and let's see. We have all this that we can sell off. What am I getting? Oh, it's the ammo item. That's where I'm getting it from. I'm getting it from the port. Now, unfortunately, you can't just combine these. I do wish that that was a thing that you could do, because if you just get another item, it doesn't work like that. Actually, I probably should have sold these because I didn't get a thing from Shovel. So we can just sell that. So I'm just going to test my luck here, getting an item. Well, that's really bad. We're just going to get rid of that. We could get a vehicle, more coins, or get a haste item. Well, vehicles aren't really what I'm looking for. So let's go for a haste item. When you crit, haste an item for 1 second. Adjacent items have 15% crit chance. Well, that's pretty good with the throwing knives. The problem is, if I lost the shield potion, or I would have to choose to just get rid of the harpoon. Maybe we just do that. Just do something like this. Because the shield potion could probably come out for something. But we have a pretty good shot at critting. And especially with this has 2 chance to crit. Giving something haste. Okay, let's go Trash Golem here. There's a lot of things that I would really like getting. The grenade would actually be a really good option for us. I would probably swap out the shield potion for that. Okay, that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. But that's what happens when I put a lot of damage over time on you. Well, that's not what I want. Yeah, powder keg, just not what we're doing here. Upgrade your leftmost item. So, if we upgrade this, port would give us charge 2 seconds, I believe. We could also just do our double barrel, which is doing the most damage, which I think I might just go with. It's going to give us a bunch of extra damage. Find any item in the bazaar, get a temporary boost. So this could either be benefits to our health or damage, which would be 25 damage to all of our weapons, which is not bad. I think I'm going to go for that. I'm going to get some damage, hopefully get this 4th win here. Sells large items, or just get additional income. Let's go for a large, or we could go for gold tier items. Let's take a look for gold tier items. Well, there's there's a gold sub. Could go for the hand axe over the shield potion, but it's pretty slow. And it's not going to get the... Let's get rid of that. It's not going to get the benefits from port. So let's just reroll this. That's not... Honestly, I think I like Pistol Sword more than Sextant. Because whenever you use an item damage, an ammo item deal 15 damage. Now, what I don't know... I don't think that this is being used, right? So if you look at the wording, I would assume, because I've never used this item, I would assume that Reynad, given that he played Magic the Gathering for years, played Hearthstone, I would assume he would not make a mistake like this, where you have different wording for different things. So for example here, when you crit with another item, use this. Now that does use ammo, versus the wording on this, when you use an ammo item, deal 15 damage. This does not say use this, even though the damage is equivalent. So I think we're going to take that. Now the argument could be made, do we want to get crit on this? Because if we're using ammo, we could crit here, which then helps us do more damage here. And I think that is beneficial because then we can kind of burst things down a little bit faster. And then I got to get rid of this. And that's 4 spaces. We're getting 3 from here, 1 from here.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Okay, well, this one's going to be kind of a race here. Because he's going to be getting a ton of... What are you doing? Anything just... Oh, so you're just getting damage. You're not getting shield. Okay. If it was the other way around... So because this is a multi-use weapon, just like our double barrel, anytime you have multi-use weapons and you have an item that says, like, gain 5 shield anytime you use an item to the left. Well, if you have something like double barrel, you'll get that trigger twice. So something that I've had happen before where you have that core, that combat core, you have it on like in the middle and you have a bunch of like super fast items on the right, you can just gain a ton of shield really quick. Luckily, that was not the case. So we're going to go here, sell weapons, see what we can find here. So we have Shark Ray. Whenever you haste, this gains 25 damage for the fight. Well, we're not really in the mood for either of these, so let's go ahead and re-roll, see if we can find something else. We do get to upgrade our double barrel. That is super sweet. A bunch of damage there. Now, the question is, do I want to just lose the shield potion and go for something like Grenade? Grenade has a lot of crit chance, which would help us with our throwing knives. It's also just great for burst damage. And to be fair, I think that's what we're doing. We're not really, like, surviving for a long time. It's kind of like... If we get the kill, like we get the kill, and we might just have to concede the fights that go longer, right? What do we have here? Slow 2 items. Nah, get rid of that. You know, it's kind of one of those things where... It is bronze, though. That's not great. I didn't realize that. I was thinking that that was gold. But it does fire this off a little bit faster. I think this is just better for us. 25% crit chance, yeah. It's kind of one of those things, right? Like, you know, I played Magic the Gathering for a long time. And while I didn't play a lot of, like, mono red, you never want to... Like, when you're sideboarding in against, like, a control deck, a deck that goes, like, really long, or even a mid-range deck, you never want to make your deck do something that you're not built to do, right? So you're not going to make your red deck try and go longer against a control deck because the control deck is built to go long. So you just, instead of making your deck slower to kind of match pace and hope for your deck can go longer, you want to make your deck even faster. Give your leftmost gun weapon plus 5 damage. So we are going to double the effects of offer options. And then we're going to do more damage. Now, the question is, do we put it here on the double barrel or do we put it on the pistol sword? Now, I don't know if this is just going to increase the 15 damage on top or both. I think regardless, though, let's experiment. This might be wrong in the long shot, but I want to see if it works like this. Okay, so it does work for both those instances. Now, I do know that this is an enemy who's going to... basically respawn all his health after you kill him once. We do have a ton of damage, though. Let's give him a try. I think we might be able to kill him, but he has a lot of damage to us as well. The question is, do we do damage faster than he does? And I don't know that we do, but we'll at least see how our damage is doing. We'll give it a shot. This thing is going to do a ton of damage, though. It's really going to come down to our crit chance, I think. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get this one, considering, you know, that's a lot of health to go through. And yeah, we're at a point where our cooldown is too quick. Yeah. Okay, so that's good to know. Just to have an idea of where our damage is at. That's a lot of damage. Get an ammo item. Ooh, your weapons gain 10 damage and crit chance. Yeah, we're definitely going with that. Yeah, so you see, if the fight goes long at all, we just run out of ammo. Gain gold. You can travel anywhere or sell medium items. Well, we only have one medium item that we would want to upgrade right now. Let's go ahead and travel anywhere. We have more max HP. Don't really care about that too much. I think I just want to go for temporary boost here, and I'm going to go for damage. And let's go to Colt, see if he has any good ammo items. When you burn, reload. When you use this, reload. No, none of these are really what we want, although the cannon does do a lot of damage, but I think these easily do more damage than that. Let's go ahead and re-roll here. Revolver. When you crit, fully reload this. So, is that better than the grenade? Grenade does a lot of burst damage. This could potentially... I mean, it does a lot less damage. But it gets some extra damage from our previous buffs. Get some crit chance. I don't think I'm going this direction. I think I'm okay with where we're at. We're kind of, again, we're kind of more of a bursty build than a long-term build.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
And like I said before, we're not trying to fight battles that we're not designed to win with this setup. I don't necessarily need to go longer. I just need to burst faster. And so the revolver there, while it can reload itself, and sure, maybe the grenade runs out of ammo, it has more damage, and I just want to do as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. So here, let's go to Curio. So junk items are typically stuff that we can sell and give bonuses to things. So for example, we don't need those. We don't need any of these. Don't need that. Don't need that. When you sell this, your weapons gain 4 damage. So we're going to grab that. We have no room. Never mind. We got to clear some stuff out here. At this point, we're getting rid of Harpoon. That's just not what we're doing anymore. So we're going to grab the Junkyard Club. We'll re-roll here. What else do we have? Might as well get a little bit of max HP. We have the extra crit chance. And there's nothing else that we want here. Now the question is, what am I giving crit chance to? Am I giving crit chance to this, or am I giving to the double barrel? I think I'm just giving it to the double barrel. I mean, the double barrel is just absurd. So we're giving everything damage, giving that crit chance. More ammo items, spare change. Let's go for ammo items. Here we can upgrade the grenade, which is great. Ooh, so I've seen this before. When you use another ammo item, use this. It is slower, but it's more bursty, remember. But this specifically says use this versus this. Let me think about this for a second. So I think in thinking about it, one of the things that you can do, because I've seen a lot of builds with repeater, is that these two kind of combo off each other, because whenever you crit with another item, use this. So then this, so basically you crit with this, it fires this. Well, then it fires this, and then it uses this. And this hits. If you have high enough crit damage, you can just like basically loop these. Our crit chance just isn't that good right now. So like the question is, do I want to buy this in anticipation of getting a bunch of crit items? I think I probably will here because I have room for it. I'm not necessarily going to use it right now because I still do have the pistol sword, which is kind of doing the same thing. I guess the problem is, like, if I don't have the crit, then because whenever you use an item deal 39 damage is not using its ammo. So my thought process here is that because I don't have the consistent crit, I'm not going to be bursting down with this. Whereas this, just any time I use an ammo item, it's going to use this and not use my ammo, so I'm not going to run out. That's my line of thinking there. And then as far as the... Oh, perfect. We have a throwing knife level up. That's super handy. Look at all that damage. Okay, let's continue on here. I think here... question is, what do I want to take on? Let me go ahead and pause for a second. I gotta look at these bosses. Okay, we are going to go with the Infernal Frigate. I do think that we could kill the Burninator bot, since he's mostly burn-based, and which is going to take some time to kill, whereas we're kind of bursty. I'm going to take on the Infernal Frigate, though, because there are a couple things that I would consider taking on. One of which here is the Incendiary rounds. Adjacent items have +1 ammo, so we could, in theory, use this with the throwing knives to burst a little bit faster. I would also go potentially for the thrusters for more cooldown. I could also see potentially going for rocket launcher, maybe. So there's a couple decent options here. And we get the Trebuchet, which is none of those things, and we will be selling that for gold. We are definitely going to go for no pain, no gain, unless there's something like silly here, and there's not, so we go with this. Okay, so let's get rid of this. So again, only 5% crit chance there. We have small items, burn, or sells weapons. Let's go for the weapons, since that's what we're looking for right now. None of these, and we re-roll again, and none of these. Although if we had something quick, you could consider using the bayonet here, right? So you could consider like kind of the more bursty build. So if you had a bunch of this going on, you know, maybe getting rid of the grenade, but we're not really doing much of that. So I think I'm just going to keep the grenade. Sell enchanted items. Sure, let's take a look at what you got. That being said, there's nothing here that I want. And we have here, gain a gold, I don't care. Deal 24 damage. It's shiny, but what does that do? Is it just an increase in damage, maybe? Yeah, nothing here is what we want. So we'll pass it on. Alright, so I don't want to switch anything up, do I? I don't. Let's go. Let's get her done.
I may be young for a captain,
Come on,
but I've seen
boot.
my share of storms.
Oh,
Go
boot
ahead,
to the head. I was like, what's a
underestimate
potato head?
it makes this
Boot
war
to the head. Alright, so I think we should be good here. He's got a little bit of lifesteal, but I think we just have overall more damage. I mean, with this thing critting, right? Each of these, so this can do like 800 damage in one shot. If we get that crit chance high enough, that'll be sweet. And then, right, for each of those, if they both crit, then you just shoot off 2 throwing knives. Haste, choco bars, weapons. Let's see if we can find some new weapons here. Nothing here. Don't really care about any of this. And don't really care about any of this either. Medium items, get a tool, sell small items. Let's look for some small upgrades. Nothing. Give the weapon to the right of this. Plus 15 for the fight. Plus 15 for the fight. So is it worth giving the pistol sword 15 extra damage over this? The question is like how much. So let's say, for example, let's see. So you have whenever you use an ammo item. So does this count? Because it is an ammo item. So again, I'm kind of hoping that with Reynad's experience, he would word this a different way. So the way that I would assume this works based on my Magic the Gathering knowledge, because it says an ammo item, this counts. Whereas if you didn't want this to count, he would say whenever you use another ammo item. So let's assume it's the previous case. So if we take this out, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. That's 60 damage on top of that versus the 100 here. Does that... But it's every 4 seconds, so it's not going to be on the first use. So it's going to be on the second use, so I think I would rather have the grenade.
Ugh, window shoppers.
You crossed someone you shouldn't have.
Okay, so the silencer could help us out with damage. Wouldn't necessarily help us out in terms of cooldown.
Every mirror, every shadow.
Sniper rifle is super sweet. We get a skill. If you only have, well, that doesn't matter for us at all. That would have been, this would have been super nice if we were still on that sub train. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these. Your leftmost ammo item gets 1 extra ammo. Well, that doesn't necessarily matter. And we have that in the left because it's getting extra crit. Let's just give everything 9 damage. Vehicles, large items, small weapons. Let's go for a large item, see if we can upgrade the port. Oh, we have Crow's Nest. Is that better than port? That's a lot of crit chance. And that is potentially something that we want with Repeater. But it's only bronze. I think I got to pass up on it. Maybe that's stupid. I mean, it's only 25% crit chance, but if I buy this now, so basically the way I understand it working, someone please correct me if I'm wrong about this. But if you have a bronze item, you cannot then find like a gold or diamond version in the shop. You can only find silver. So I would rather wait to try and find a potentially silver, but most likely gold or diamond version of Crow's Nest before I buy it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Risk some coin. Which this is most likely just experience or health, I believe. It's true. Let's go see if we can find some cooldown. We have crit chance. Crit chance is great. Weapons gain 3 damage. Great. Nothing else here is what I want, so we'll re-roll. We have leftmost weapon damage. And weapon damage. Okay, so leftmost item gets crit chance. Let's give that crit chance to the double barrel. Your weapons get 3 damage. That's everything. Give your leftmost weapon more damage. I think that is going to go to this weapon. Because this is firing so often.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist...
Okay, we should be okay here. So they're going for a pufferfish build, which is going to take time to kill us, and we're just going to, I think, kill them before they can get enough poison stacked up on us.
Bring her about.
There we go.
I've got another salvo with me.
So they're kind of relying on the beach ball to hasten a bunch of stuff. They're also going for pylon to speed a bunch of stuff. Small aquatic item. I think here we're going to go gumballs. So we got a revolver. Don't really care for that. I'm going to get rid of this. Am I off this plan? I think at this point I've sunk enough into here. I think that I'm off this plan. I think there's too much that I would need to actually make this work properly. I would need like some cooldown items to make this go a lot quicker. So I think I'm off this. We're going to go for gumballs here. So gumballs, there's 4 different types. We can buy 10 of these for 1 each. They're going to give us either extra shield for our shielding items, which are the yellow ones, which, you know, do nothing for us. There's red, which gives all our weapons weapon damage. Blue gives us crit chance, and green gives us max health. And we're just going to buy all these. We'll go ahead and sell these. Okay, so now we're at the point. I don't think I need vehicles. We're going to go looking for skills here, because unfortunately 2 of our skills aren't really doing anything for us. 1 is kind of okay. Whenever you use an item, your weapons gain... Oh, but we lose a bunch of crit chance to start. So basically after the first round, we go up to 50 crit chance. I mean, that's not bad. Or we could just have your items have 9% crit chance, so we have a chance to just start critting directly, like right off from the gate, which I think is more so what I want.
Skills are not weapons.
Can I kill you fast enough? So this guy basically has a bunch of swords, which do like, I think it's like 30 damage. And then the octopus itself is an 8 times multicaster. I think we can kill you fast enough because the octopus is pretty slow. And actually, what I'm looking for right here, it's hard to tell because with this amount of stuff going on, the game is kind of, the performance when a lot of stuff is going on is kind of slowing down, but I mean, it's a beta. I'm not going to judge that at all. I was trying to look and see when this attacked, is it using its secondary effect? But I wasn't able to see. Ooh, 14 damage on a weapon. 20 damage on a weapon. Well, that is better. And I think I'm just going to put 20 damage on this. Poison item, temporary boost, haste or cooldown items. Let's go for temporary boost. Let's just go for full damage. Let's go for enchant an item with haste effects. That's pretty good. So that being said, this is tough because I haven't found where on the site I can see like what enchantments go to what. So I think I'm just going to give it to port, even though that may not be the best option. Like, it may be better to put it on a weapon. But I'm assuming that, yeah, haste 3 items for 2 seconds. That's pretty good. Ooh, this is going to be a tough fight. I have a feeling. All right, we may just run up against a super healed or super shield build that we just can't contend with. But we'll see. We'll see. That's why we fight it out. Yep, this is the build I was worried about. This build sucks. So, basically Beehive. Oh, we might be able to kill. Can we kill faster than he can heal? Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Double barrel. Oh, my God. We killed it. Okay. So, really quick here. So, the Beehive basically allows it, or is it the bee? Yeah, so the Beehive makes it so that whenever your enemy uses an item, the bee goes off. Now, the bee was really weak, so maybe he got that super late. So basically, anytime we use an item, the bee attacks us, so it's not on cooldown. It's kind of like our throwing knives. And then you just have a bunch of healing items. You also had the weights there that were speeding up. Was it speeding up cooldowns? Trying to remember what exactly it does, but basically it was going to continually increasing the healing and damage output, so he was eventually just going to out heal us and out damage us, but luckily we got the win there. Small items, so we could go, I think I'm going to look to upgrade these right here. We could go for the gumballs, but actually let's sell these off first. What do we have here? This says +2 ammo for each small item you have, deals 3 damage. I don't think we need that. We don't need this. That's way too slow. Let's go for small items. Looking for upgrades. Ooh, that's a good upgrade. That's a good one. Ooh, we do just have 30% crit chance. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, Grenade, you're out of here. You're out of here. 30% crit chance. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, that's how we won that last one, is just crit chancing with double barrel. Yeah, and we're not doing this. That just doesn't have anything to do with us. Okay, get a non-weapon item, get a temporary boost. Let's go. Let's go. 25% damage, 25 damage for the rest of the day. We already killed you once. We'll kill you again. Now from here, I really want to start looking for skills. We are very low on skills. Skills can potentially help us out a lot. So that's primarily what I'm going to be looking for. Upgrade your leftmost item. So we already have this maxed out. We could go for, honestly, I think I'm just going to go for this. Let's just max our crit.
Now this will inspire the
Sell skills. Perfect. Whenever you crit with an item, reload another item. So that is potentially really good because we can keep this flowing. Right? So that way we don't drop out of ammo. And the funny thing is, that's one of the things that we needed to make the repeater and the throwing knives work, but it is what it is. Sells weapons. We can still look for another bolas or pistol sword over the other two, so I'm okay with that. Port here is not a vehicle, despite having a ship in it. It is a property, but that is kind of a common misconception. Don't really care for any of this. We'll re-roll. Nice. Pistol sword upgrade. Let's go. 123 damage whenever you use an ammo item. All right. So Ari the Merch has not won a whole lot of fights. You can see their record. So this was one of their last runs. But they do have, oh boy, this one's gonna be tough. There's a lot of crit, there's a lot of lifesteal. Can we do more damage? I don't think so. And there's a freeze. Nope, this is the end of the line for us. Yep, that was tough. That was tough. So whenever you use another item, use this. They have a bunch of crit chance. They got a bunch of lifesteal. That was just not going to happen. Luckily, we have a couple wins, a couple losses still to go. Your weapons gain some extra damage. Let's go with that. That was just, yeah, they just had the lifesteal on us. Let's see, temporary boost. We can go here again. Let's get boost for the day. We're going to go for more damage for the day. Skills here. Let's keep going with skills. Whenever you buy a weapon, give other weapons +3. Your medium weapons deal +18 damage.
As long as you draw breath, your training is...
We can take you out. Or at least we should be able to, because we're bursty. Over time, he would definitely be able to overtake us. These weapons reduce their cooldown, so eventually they're just going to be super fast, but we're just going to burst them down before that even becomes time to be a thing. The Eclipse use all your other items. Whenever you use an item, deal 170 damage, so, you know, these things just go like crazy. Adjacent items have their cooldowns reduced, but at this point, we're not taking that. We're selling these off. We're selling this. So this is like one of those times where I wish you could combine these, but I see why you can't, right? Because if you went and upgraded this one, then you have two, like, how does that work? Well, actually, no, you could still do that, because if you buy a grenade from the shop... Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. An ammo item. 12 damage, 26 damage. Now, is it better? I mean, both of these can crit, so it's just better to put it on this, I think. Go for max health. Yeah, let's go for max health here. This doesn't really matter, so we might as well gain the extra regen. I mean, 5 regen at this point literally doesn't matter. We'll go for gumballs here for more stats. Go ahead and get rid of this. Just trying to get more, realistically, just more crit chance. Nice, 3% crit chance. Let's go. Okay. And then a bunch of max health. We did, okay, so 4% crit chance. Not bad, not bad. We're at 80%. Okay. Hopefully we don't go against another single weapon crow's nest build. That would be not great. Incredible. Super incredible. Do we have enough damage to just fire it off? The problem here is the freeze. The freeze is going to... Oh my god. Wait. Come on, double barrel. Yes. Double barrel. Double barrel. Thank you. Because this thing has 5 attacks.
Bravery without strength is a sword.
I did not think we were going to win that one. Those freezes were super annoying. Okay, let's go for junk items. Okay, so we, first we got to sell off a bunch of stuff here. Don't care for that. Okay. So let's grab weapons gain 3 damage. Let's gain leftmost weapon gets 4 damage. We'll re-roll. Shield. Cooldown. Okay, so we're going to put cooldown on double barrel. Or do I put cooldown on port? No, I think I put it on double barrel. Okay, skills it is. Let's get something good here, please. Medium weapons deal more damage. Whenever you use a tool, items adjacent to it get crit chance. We don't have any tools. So let's give our medium items more damage.
This will
Lord of the
inspire
Wastes. Let's give it a shot. We could get a genie lamp. I have not gotten the genie lamp yet, so I don't know if this is any good. But we killed him.
To be a dervish is to be free. Join us.
Was that even a battle?
Oh, we get the genie lamp. So what does this do? We get a level up. Your aquatic items have... Okay, so I'm going to go for cooldown here rather than damage. Cooldown on the port. So what does this do? When you sell this, gain access to the genie writ. Claim your 3 wishes. 5% max HP, recover 3 prestige, or gain gold. 3 prestige literally doesn't matter, because if we, from any point, we are going to lose 13 prestige from here. So let's gain max HP. Oh, is it all the same? Okay, so we're just going to gain a bunch of max HP. Max health, haste item, or small items. I think at this point, the only small item I would want is Bola, so let's go with Big Bite. Let's get more max health, just so that way we can survive any more, like, bursty builds that we go up against. Small and medium sells weapons.
I would spar with you, but this leg.
Yep. Jet. Deal 10 damage when you slow... Nope. And then nothing here. Alright. Last one. Here we go, Wabu. You are the final boss. He's kind of in the same position that I am. One more win to go. And just sitting on the threshold of prestige. He's got a less skills. What do we got here? We got Dino, but Dino's kind of slow. Oh, let's see here. Can we get her done? With all this freeze, it's going to be a little bit tough. Let's see if Double Barrel can get done. Double Barrel getting freeze. We do lose. Oh, man, we just lost a bunch of crit chance. We're losing our weapons. I think we're going down here. I think we're going down here, folks. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Dinosaur's just eating all of our items, and unfortunately, without any damage, it's going to be pretty hard to get that win. Yeah, that's tough. But we still get to keep going. So, I'm going to be honest. I don't fully understand how this works, because this is a losing fight against players results in prestige loss equal to the day. If your prestige hits 0, your run ends. But our run actually does not end. It actually continues going. Enchant an item with crit effects. Well, you don't say so. You don't say.
Ships may sink, but I'm a good swimmer.
So all of our items now have over 100% crit chance. We are going to go again for skills. Leftmost tool, don't care. Guidance of max ammo, don't really care. Let's reroll these. We can get better. Your weapons have extra damage for each aquatic item. Let's see. When you slow, your weapons have 2 damage for each friend you have. I mean, I'm going to take the damage. I mean, that's a lot of money for 6 damage, but let's go temporary boost. Let's go damage boost. 2 XP. Let's get some extra damage on... Honestly, just have this thing burst everyone down. Kind of like that. Because every shot out of here is guaranteed to be crit.
As spineless as a jellyfish.
Yeah, all this stuff can go. We can take this. Take this, thank you. We can sell this. So... it's just not going to matter. We're just going to take more damage. I guess we just go for this. We could potentially get damage out of it. Although obviously we don't need the crit chance, we don't need the shield, we don't need the heal. Really, we're just looking for damage, which we get none of. HP is also, I guess, fine, not great, but you know, 1 HP could be the difference between life and death. Okay, well, 1 damage. Again, 1 damage could be all the difference. Sells weapon skills. Fantastic. Let's go. Give me something good. We got a couple decent options here. Crit chance, don't really care. When you crit, your weapons gain 20 damage for the fight. Alright. Same exact position that I am, Craze. May the best Vanessa win. Just don't be a crow's nest build. Please do not be a crow's nest build. Don't be a crow's nest build. We're 50-50 against them. Oh, you prick. But we have crit. We have insane crit. Let's go. Insane crit, let's go. They have stupid amount of freeze. They have a stupid amount of freeze. Can we get through it? Nope, not even close. Well, that... okay, this was stupid. Yeah, so basically... yeah, they're giving their ×5 weapon freeze. That's unfortunate, man. Like, literally, the thing I didn't want to go against a bunch of lifesteal, and like all of our losses were to it, but that's the way it goes, you know. You play the mono red type build, and you go against the life gain deck, and it's like, well, you know, that was just the matchup that I wasn't prepared for. That being said, this was a super fun build, right? Like, obviously, whatever different archetypes you play are going to be very, very dependent on what they go on. You know, that's just how the game rolls. So that is the Bazaar, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This one is really sweet. I'm going to do a bunch more on this channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy the Bazaar. If you do, like I said, subscribe to the channel for more of this kind of stuff, so that way you don't miss a video. And if you did like the video, would you kindly smash that like button? Guys, I'm out of here for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.